Hello everyone and welcome to the wrap after Thursday's practice of Week 8, the Patriots week, where the Bills are trying their best to prepare for a very daunting New England Patriots team led by Tom Brady and company, and they're doing so throughout the week quite short-handed. And for the second straight day, and this is where we'll start, LeSean McCoy, the team's star running back, was unable to practice due to that hamstring injury that was suffered last week on Wednesday. He was able to give it a go and play on it against the Dolphins, had to leave the game prematurely, and now for the first 2 days of the week, McCoy was unable to participate in the practice sessions, leaving even further doubt that potentially he might be missing this game against the Patriots. Now, the Bills say they'll reevaluate him on Friday to see if he can get back out on the practice field, potentially Saturday as well, just trying to give him enough rest to see if he can actually get on the field against the Patriots. But in my view, the Bills have a fairly healthy Mike Gillislee behind him, and from that standpoint, you don't necessarily want to try and rush McCoy back with the hamstring injury, because that is what they did, or at least in my view, that's what they did last week against the Miami Dolphins. And now the Bills are in a situation where, his hamstring is still a bit sore, which means if he continues to play on it, it could be a potential risk of re-injury or re-aggravating it so much that it gets even worse than it initially was. So in my view, I think the smart play is just to sit him down this week and go against the Patriots with Mike Gillislee, with Reggie Bush, with Jonathan Williams as your trio of running backs. But as for Gillislee, he was limited for the second straight day of practice, although offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn said that Gillislee was indeed fine and he should be ready to go for the game against the Patriots. Now, a couple of other injury notes. Wide receiver Robert Woods practiced for the second straight day, but in Rex Ryan's words, was very limited in doing so. Woods trying to come back from a foot injury that kept him out of the Miami game, although not doing much in terms of team drills you would expect. He did a little bit more from positional drills than he did on Wednesday, so perhaps that's a minor sign of optimism, but at this point in time, you would have to think that Woods would need to make a major step forward on Friday or Saturday to be active for that Miami game. We'll see once Friday gets here, but right now he's very limited at practice. Marquise Goodwin, the other starting wide receiver without Sammy Watkins and Greg Salas, who are both on injured reserve, he is still in concussion protocol, didn't participate for the second straight day, so that puts his viewpoint for Sunday's game against New England in doubt as well. The left tackle position, also some interesting bits of knowledge, because Cordy Glenn, the left tackle who has been able to start the past few games, past 3 or 4 weeks, was not able to participate on Thursday, which is at least a tad concerning. It's due to the ankle injury that kept him out, that he re-injured in week 1 against Baltimore, kept him out a couple of weeks after that. But Cordy Glenn was not able to participate on Thursday, which is concerning because he was able to participate on the last several Thursdays, at least in a small capacity. So, don't necessarily get too bent out of shape about this just yet. We'll see if he can get back on the practice field on Friday, but at the very least, it's a roster note. Cyrus Kouandjio took reps at first-team left tackle in his spot. And Marcel Darius was able to practice today, so that is on the up and up for the Bills from an injury perspective. One of only a few, while the Bills are still pretty short-handed heading into this game, and potentially very short-handed if the injury report doesn't go their way. Well, that's going to do it for me. Bills get back on the practice field on Friday. That's when we'll talk to you next and see if LeSean McCoy actually is going to give it a go. Robert Woods, same deal, and all the rest of the cast of characters that are on the injury report. My name's Joe Buscaglia. We'll talk to you next time.